Hello. So I just recently posted a tutorial for using Google Docs, and I explained a little bit about using Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides, and Google Forms. These can all be useful tools for teachers to use in their classroom. They all bring technology into the classroom and allow for collaboration, which all meet the Common Core standards, which is nice. Also, Google Docs is completely free. All you need is a Google account, which is another nice aspect of this. So now that I've told you a little bit about all of four of the different apps, I want to focus specifically on Google Forms. I don't see many teachers using this, at least at the school that I'm working at right now, but I think it could be a really great tool for teachers to start using more often. It's a great assessment tool. It can be used as an opener, it can be used as a quiz, a take-home quiz, it can be used as a quiz during class. Students can take surveys, polls, like I said, quizzes. They can just answer questions, like a worksheet. So yes, you will come to this page when you first come into Google Forms, and I titled this Quiz 1. If you wanted to rename it something else, you just click up here and it will let you rename it. Then you can look around. It says some settings for the form. Do you want to show the student's progress at the bottom of the page? Do you only want to allow one response per person? Do you want to shuffle the question order? These are all different settings that you can decide that you want to use. So, like I said, the title of this form is Quiz 1. You can add a description for the students. This is the first quiz of the year. Maybe that's a little description for them. That's not necessary, not required, but it's something that maybe could help your students. Next, the question title. This is where you're going to type the actual question. So let's just say we want to know, what is your favorite flavor of ice cream? So next you can write some help text. If you have a question that might be confusing or uses a word that the students might struggle with, you can write down the definition or give them a hint, that sort of thing. And then you move down to question type. So if we wanted to make this multiple choice, we could say chocolate or vanilla or strawberry, any of those. But if we decide we don't want it to be multiple choice, we want it to be a paragraph, or we want it to be choose from a list, likely it'll be text. The students will be given a box that looks like this, and then they just write their answer in there. So you can also choose for this to be a required question that the students have to answer. If you're doing a survey or a poll, sometimes the students may not feel comfortable answering a question or may not want to. That's where this required question checkbox comes in handy. So if you click on this done button, that will be the only question that's on the quiz. But let's say we want to add another question. Now we want to add a multiple choice question. What is your favorite time of year? Help text. Maybe you mean think of the seasons. Think of the different seasons of the year. Then the multiple choice: summer, fall, winter, spring. And then once again, you can check this as a required question. Some advanced settings. Also, once again, shuffle the option order. This could help with cheating if you have a cheating problem in your class. And then once again, if we click done, that will be our last question on the quiz, or we can add more. For the sake of time, that's going to be our only 2 questions. Then there's a confirmation page. Publish and show. This is about once you publish the quiz. Allow responders to edit their responses after they submit. That's all up to you. You can determine that based on the type of quiz that it is. So we're done. Now we want to send the form. This is the box that will come up next. This is the link that you're going to share out. And once you share out this link, if you give this link to your students, they can go directly there and fill out your quiz. If you need it in a shorter URL, there you go. Also, it gives you these little tabs. You can share the link via Google, Facebook, Twitter. If your students follow you on Twitter, that may be an easy way for them to find the quiz. Or you can send it through email. If you want parents to see the kinds of quizzes that your students are taking, send it home to them. Also, you can embed this somewhere if you want to embed it on your website so students aren't all over the internet. They can go on your website and just find this little code or find this little form on your website, answer it, and then you don't have to worry about them being all over the internet. So now we're done. So now we can view our live form up there at the top. It may take a little time. Our quiz looks kind of boring. It's just plain. There's a bunch of different edits you can make. Change the theme. We could make this carnival themed or cat themed, which would be my favorite. Or you can make it farm themed. It can just depend on the questions you're asking, what your students would enjoy. You can just make it fun. So, you can also view the responses. This, like I mentioned before in my first tutorial, will show up on a Google spreadsheet, and it will have all of the answers to the students' questions and what time they did these questions, so you can see sort of, oh, all of these kids got this question wrong. Well, what's wrong with this question? It just kind of organizes it for you and gets everything set, which is a really nice aspect of Google Forms. So, I hope that you enjoyed, and I hope that you will use this tool in your classroom. It makes taking quizzes a little bit more fun, and students might be more excited if they know that they get to use their phones to take a quiz. Yeah, so hopefully you will use this in the future.